Hey, how's it going? So, I thought I would cover a couple of topics about the SCP Containment Breach remake that I was making about 2 years ago now. I first uploaded a video of it, and I wanted to kind of explain what's happening with that, where it's kind of standing at the moment, because I've been getting a lot of comments from you guys asking, like, are you still working on this, what's happening with it? And I thought I'd just clear some things up. So, the first thing is that I haven't worked on the project in quite a while, as I've often said in replies to comments. Like, it's been quite some time. Like, every so often I'll open up the project and add some, like, tiny items, but that's it. And since I have last worked on it, I've learned a crap ton about Unity and game dev in general. And so I feel like if I were to start working on the project, like, properly again, I would have to pretty much rebuild it from the ground up, because of just how much I've learned to do better, instead of like the really crappy ways that I did before, where it's like just the absolute worst code I've ever seen. But yeah, that's kind of why the game's been on halt, because there's just like, it's pretty much restarting it from scratch. And the next reason is that I'm currently in my last year of school right now, like just about to finish it. So it's been pretty hectic this year trying to get like enough credits to actually pass the year. Yeah. So I haven't really had time to work on my own stuff. I've been doing tiny little test projects, but I can't really devote my time to something as big as this kind of project. Especially since one of my assessments actually requires me to make a game, which is, or at least a prototype, which is what that previous video I made a couple of weeks ago was, that the Shearshank Redemption. Which I may end up making it, we may end up making into a full game, but we're not really sure. It's kind of, again, another big project. Especially considering I've never actually finished a game before. I've made like tons of tests and they can sometimes turn out pretty well, but I don't know. Another thing is I'm considering changing the project a little bit, because after 2 years, like I've always been thinking about the project. It's always been in the back of my mind, and one of the things I've been considering is making my own rendition of the whole SCP Foundation thing. So it would still be Containment Breach, but it would be like my retelling of it, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but it'd be like my own version, like what I would imagine it would be like. So it'd still be the same idea and the same like story and everything like that. Like, you're making your way out of the facility, trying to not die, but it would be kind of just a retelling of it. And the footage you're seeing right now is a test that I started working on yesterday. And it's kind of the vision I have in mind for what I want the game to be like, or look like at least. That's just a work in progress. It's just again started it yesterday, so I've like not polished it very much. But yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind. Like, just kind of, if I made my own version, I'd be able to remove or add as many SCPs as I wanted. I'd be able to create these completely different environments, and I just think it would be a lot more interesting than just recreating a game that I would probably not be able to get right, because there's a lot of stuff in SCP Containment Breach that I would not be able to figure out. And I think it would be best suited for a much more experienced developer to recreate the original game. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. So it is technically still alive, the project, but it's under a different kind of view now. Like, it'll still be the same game. It'll just be a different environment, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, that's about that. So that explains everything about the SCP project that I wanted to cover. This is actually the first video I've spoken in on this channel, so that's also pretty interesting. But yeah, so first of all, thank you guys for the support as well. You guys have been leaving a lot of comments on the SCP video. You guys really like it, and I'm really happy about that, because it's nice to get comments like that. So I'm hoping you guys will support this new rendition. Again, I have absolutely no idea if this will get finished, because I have a knack for leaving projects. So we'll just have to see. I'm not making any promises of like, oh, it's coming in 2017 and things like that. So, yeah, thanks again for your support, and hopefully you guys will support this new version. Yeah, I will see you guys later. See ya.